Good morning. Welcome to the Community for Conscious Living weekly live broadcast. The Community for Conscious Living is a community dedicated to personal transformation for universal harmony, healing the planet by making inspired changes in ourselves and in our daily lives that create a sustainable environment in a peaceful world. We are here to heal our hearts, live sustainably, and foster peace. Today's topic is a part 2 in the series that I'm doing for the month of June in honor of Father's Day to honor the time that I've spent with my father. My father is 101 years old, soon to be 102, and I've been living with him for the past 7 years and learned a whole heck of a lot about what it means to live, keep your mind sharp and live joyfully. A joyful and fulfilling and productive life into the older years. And that's what I'm going to be sharing about today. Things that we can do, keys to keep your mind sharp and your spirit joyful. Joyful, youthful, engaged in life, feeling fulfilled, even when your body starts slowing down. Is not able to keep up with all of the things that your mind would like it to do, which is definitely the case with my dad. So let's go ahead and come into our circle. Let's come into our circle sitting side by side, shoulder to shoulder, elbow to elbow, knee to knee, coming together as one. In the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate. Let's bring everything to face toward the center of our circle, straight in front of you. Your eyes, your ears, your nose, your mouth, your throat, your heart, your belly space, your hara, that ball of energy in the front of your belly space. Let's bring everything to the center of the circle, to the space in front of you. And as we join together at the hub of the wheel, together let's call on our source in the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate. We call on you. We ask you to send your essence.
We ask you to send your essence of your unconditional love. And just imagine, perceive this unconditional love streaming into the center of our circle. Just pouring this unconditional love into the center of our circle, and let your heart center just turn to face this stream of unconditional love and tip up slightly and let that love just stream into this funnel at the front of your heart space. Let it stream into the funnel at the front of your heart space and stream all the way into your body. If you can, just turn your heart funnel, just turn it straight into the stream of unconditional love. Let your heart open as much as it can. And let that love trickle in through that funnel all the way into the center of your body. And you can use your breath to breathe that unconditional love in deeper into the center of your heart space. And as you exhale, just let that release any tension, any clutter that you have at the center of your heart space. Just let it release. And just blowing that out. Inhale, draw that unconditional love into the center of your heart. And as you exhale, release any of the tension, any of the clutter, any of the stress. Just let that release. And again, inhale and let that unconditional love go deeper and deeper into the center of your heart. As you inhale, breathe it in. And just let yourself, as you, if you're sitting, just elongate your spine, lengthen your spine. Just imagine a string at the very top of your head and let that lift up the top of your head, right? So the front of your head is still facing forward. The top of your head is lifting. And if you're lying down, just let it kind of stretch out your spine, elongate and align your spine. And just let this unconditional love flow in through your heart and pour all the way into your vertical core of your body, pouring all the way into your core. And again, together, let's call on our source in the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate. We call on you. We ask you to send your essence of your pure divine light. Imagine, feel this pure divine light streaming into the center of our circle, and just let this light fall upon your skin and be absorbed through your pores and into your body, just traveling along your nervous system as it penetrates through your pores, and just let it travel all the way along your nervous system, all the way into your central nervous system, and just feel this light as it pours through the top of your head and all the way along that vertical core of your body. As you've just elongated your spine and lengthened and aligned your spine, just feel that pure divine light streaming through the center of your body, halfway front to back, halfway side to side, really filling your core with pure divine light and letting that unconditional love still come in through your heart with every breath, going deeper and deeper through your heart center, and just merging with that pure divine light at the center of your body. And just imagine, call to all of your energy body, right? All of your energy body, wherever it may be, whether it's like expanded out or floating around somewhere thinking of someone else, just call, or something else. Just call all of the parts of yourself, and as you inhale, draw them into the core of your body, into that vertical core. And as you exhale, just drop down, land into your pelvic bowl. And again, as you inhale, draw all of your energy into this vertical core of pure divine light and unconditional love. And exhale, drop down, land into your pelvic bowl. And as you do, really sit into your pelvic bowl and anchor, like feel that center of gravity right in the very center of your pelvic bowl. That is halfway front to back, halfway side to side, right at, like, if you imagine an egg sitting in your pelvic bowl with the wider end of the egg sitting into the pelvic bowl, right in that very center of gravity there, at the center of the egg, center of the yolk, as it would be placed there, suspended. Just let yourself anchor right into that place. That's your center of gravity, and also that wellspring of life force, creative life force energy there. So let yourself anchor into that. And again, let your conscious body lean into your spine so that you're right in the midst of that waterfall of pure divine light and unconditional love that's running through your vertical core. Right, so inhale, draw all of your energy into this vertical core of pure divine light and unconditional love. And as you exhale, drop down, land into your pelvic bowl, anchor right in that center of gravity, and lean back into your spine. And just let yourself be immersed in this pure divine light and unconditional love. Let your whole being be immersed there. And just let your whole body absorb this vibration of unconditional love, of pure divine light. And again, inhale, draw all of your energy into this vertical core. Exhale, drop down, land into your pelvic bowl. Anchor into your center of gravity, lean into your spine. Let this gentle waterfall of pure divine light and unconditional love, just let it fall over you, and let your body be like a sponge that totally absorbs it in all the way into your core. breathing it all the way into your core. And again, as you exhale, just let yourself relax into this ocean of living consciousness. And again, we call on our source in the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate. We call on you, we ask you to send your essence of your eternal compassion, this pure eternal compassion, the ocean of living consciousness. And just let yourself rest into this ocean of living consciousness. Let yourself be held here, contained here, loved here, supported here, totally and completely accepted here. Just resting into this ocean of living consciousness, this pure compassion, as your whole being, this vibration of pure divine light and unconditional love is absorbed into every cell of your whole body, from your cells of your skin all the way into your bones and into your vertebral core. Every bit of you is absorbing this pure divine light and unconditional love, and this vibration of this existence. Light and love and compassion is vibrating and radiating in every cell of every fiber of your entire being. And invite those cells, invite those fibers to receive and receive and receive, and take in this gentle water of pure divine light, unconditional love, eternal compassion, and just be held there, held there. Let it be you and you be it, as it vibrates your entire being, and your entire being resonates with it and rests into it and becomes it, and become it. And let it hold you, let it support you, let it nurture, let it care for you. And today I want us to just feel into what are some of the things that give your spirit and your heart a sense of joy and fulfillment. What is it that gives your spirit and your heart joy and fulfillment? I'll share a story with you. I have always been a geek, as you probably heard me call myself a geek. I was really into mathematics and physics and astronomy and all of these things when I was growing up, and ended up going to college. At the same time I was into all of these, like, what were traditionally called geeky and nerdy things when I was younger. I wanted to be accepted and liked and, be a part of the crowd and everything else. So I had like a part of me that felt like I had to deny these parts of myself in order to like fit in with the crowd and be accepted. And so I had this real thing going on. And, it's interestingly, when I got to college and even beyond college, when I got to college, I had friends that would say, "Oh, what a nerd. 1 + 1 is 2. Boring," which is like not the case if you've ever studied abstract mathematics and physics and astronomy and how it's all tied together. It's like what we do in the ocean of sound. It's what, like, the language of the universe and creation, and what this is all about. It's anything but boring. But of course, my friends that I wanted to be liked, I wanted them to like me. They didn't know those things. And so, it was uh, a struggle to just embrace the things that I loved and like be that, you know? And I'm fast forwarding to, the time that I in college, I ended up, just getting my degree, going to work for IBM, doing computer things, which I admit was kind of boring. Um, but then I went off into the spirituality and the spiritual realm, and that's had its ups and downs as well. But I come back to my dad's, to living with my dad after being gone for 36 years. I developed a lifestyle that I was very happy with. right? Which involved no TV. And, certain ways that I spent my life. As I said last week, my mantra was, I'm not going to sit on my butt and watch someone else live their life. I'm going to live my life in the way that I want to live it, right? When I got to my dad's, one of the things that he could do was watch TV, watch game shows, and I started to watch, at first was like, oh gosh, TV, I don't want to get sucked into television. But then I started to notice how he was using different programs, what he was watching, what he was not watching. And I started to recognize, wow, there's a lot of really creative things on television. There are a lot of fun things that you can engage in on television. Because his body was not allowing him to do the things that, physically that he had always done. Then he had developed more of a reliance on television, which he didn't watch when we were younger. But he had developed more of a reliance on television to keep him entertained, keep him engaged. He watched a lot of sports, and still does, watches a lot of sports and game shows and things like that. Things that, and of course, we watch Carol Burnett and Perry Mason, so we get our fix of comedy and mystery, and so, things that are engaging, things that make you think, right? And you may say, oh, those things don't make you think. Well, here's the thing. I recognized when I came in there, I had a choice to say, no, I'm not going to go in that direction. No, I'm not, excuse me, no, I'm not going to let myself get sucked into television and live my life in front of a television. No, I'm not going to do those things that I always thought were ridiculous. Or I could look at him and how he's there and he's bidding out loud on all of the things on the game shows and he's participating. I could just sit side by side with him and engage in that with him and get competitive with him, keep him engaged. Because if I were to say, oh, wow, why are you doing that? What a waste, right? That would totally deflate him. If I could say, oh, wow, we can make this fun. Let's engage together. Let's really have fun at it. Then it's going to lift us both up, right? And of course, I chose the second option there that has lifted both of us up. And what I'm noticing is that when I see opportunities for him to engage his mental faculties, what would you think about this one? What would you, rather than shouting out the answer or whatever, okay, how much, what would you bid on this? What would you do here? What would you do that? To keep his mind sharp and thinking. And then I'd say, okay, so, all right, great. You bid that. I'm going to bid this. We're going to compete together, and then who's going to win and that kind of stuff. And it's fun. And we root for each other. And, and we're always saying, okay, we won the trip. We're going to split it. Of course, we're not going anywhere. We're sitting on our butts, but, it's looking at what are the choices? What are the options? What can we do? And what do we choose? What are the choices we make? Interestingly, I saw a TED Talk just yesterday. A gentleman was talking about a 75-year study that originated at Harvard that they've done to see, what are the things that improve health, improve memory, improve your longevity, and all of these things. And what they said was, regardless of all these years that they've studied, I don't remember how many thousands of people that have been involved in this study, that they've tracked them from their childhood, they interviewed their parents, and then they tracked them all the way through their own adulthood and, their careers and their retirement and everything else. And the one factor that made the difference in terms of keeping your mind sharp, of keeping yourself engaged, of really having what you feel is a happy, successful life. It's not about how much money you made. It's not about, what position you held or anything like that, but it was the quality of the relationships. It affected your physical health, your mental health, your emotional health, your longevity, your memory, all of those things, the quality of your relationships. So think about this when you have an opportunity to engage in some relational activity with someone that you care about. How do you choose to engage? Can you see them through compassionate eyes, can you find the spark in them and reach into that place that still does want to engage and like engage with them in a way that is not demeaning? They know what they've lost. They know when their memory is going. They know when their body is going. And let me extend it to we, because I know, this extends to a number of us on the call as well. We know when things aren't as sharp as they used to be. We know when we're not as flexible or our stamina is decreasing and things like that. We know when those things are happening. Do we want somebody like standing over us saying, wow, you're really failing? You can't do this anymore? And do we want I have someone that I know, a friend of my father's who also is very frail and walks with the walker, and her caretaker is constantly yelling at her about what she can't do and she needs to be careful and watch out for this and that. And I just think, oh gosh, that's awful, right? We wouldn't want that to happen to us. We wouldn't want to do that to our elderly people. We wouldn't want as children. We wouldn't want it to happen. We wouldn't want to do it to our children. But it's our nature. We do it, right? So I'm inviting us at this time to find the place of love and compassion in our hearts. If there is someone who has tried your patience, or if you're starting to judge yourself about the things that you're doing because you can't do anything else. Kind of like if I were to say, oh, I can't do anything else but sit here and watch TV. I could beat myself up over that all day long and only deflate my life force, only decrease my vibrance and, my shorten my lifespan, right? And impact my health, right? We can do that to ourselves. We can do that to each other if we so choose. Or we can say, what is the opportunity here? What is the opportunity to really embrace life, engage in life, create relationships out of this, and have some joy, spread some joy. A friend of mine sent me a meme from Facebook the other day, or one of the social media platforms, and it talked about the vibration, like the vibration that we carry in our hearts can affect the vibration of the stars in the distant galaxies, or the stardust in the distant galaxies, through the what do you call that, quantum entanglement. And it's like, what do you want to be carrying in yourself as we are with the life force that we have in our bodies, however great or small that might be, right? To bring it joy and fulfillment and some sense of engagement and some joy in relationship is going to increase the life force and the longevity in the body. And it's going to spread it to those that you love and care about, that you're connected with, that you are entangled with in the quantum realm, which is all of your family, which is all of your friends, all of the souls in the soul cluster that you're traveling with on this life journey, whether they're physically close to you or not, right? That's that quantum entanglement, really. It's, those people are going to feel it because we have come in together. We're a cluster. We travel together and we feel it. We feel each other. And when we are close to each other and we come into proximity with each other and we engage directly, we have an opportunity, a beautiful opportunity to intensify, if you will, the joy and the laughter and the love and that fulfillment that we engage in together. And we all experience that together. It lifts, like one lifts the other, lifts the other, lifts the other, lifts the other. It's an upward spiral as opposed to the downward spiral, which is the other choice. So what do you choose? What do you choose? If you have loved ones or yourself, as I started to say, let's just imagine them right in the center of our circle, or imagine your own heart right in the center of the circle. Then take a full and gentle breath. And let's just again call on our source in the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate. And just ask that pure divine light, unconditional love, the eternal compassion to stream into the center of our circle and really fill this space with the light, with the love, with the compassion, with the joy, with the vibrance, with that full life force energy. And just ask if there's anything that needs to be cleared out of your heart space or your body, your mind, your emotional body, your heart, or your soul. Anything that needs to be cleared out, just call directly on your source and all of your support team, healers, helpers, guides, your angels, the prophets, the saints. Just call directly on them and ask for them their help and their support to release any of those, like those obstacles, those places of like stuck energy that feel really negative and bring the like stop us from engaging in the joy in life. If there's anything like that that can be released from your physical, emotional, mental body or your soul, just ask for them to support you in releasing those things and just allow them to be just put in their rightful place in the cosmic realm, transmuted in whatever way they may be. Releasing those blocks and barriers. And again, if you've called on a loved one to be in front of you, and it's okay if that loved one is already passed on, the healing's still relevant. Just imagine turning your heart to them. Or if you don't have one such person as that, then you want to just do this with your own spirit and make that intention as well. And I want to say if there's any place in your life where someone's called you a nerd or a geek, like in my case, or anything else where you've disconnected from a part of yourself that feels a joy and a fulfillment with doing something that you love that other people might not, then, like let those be a part of the things that are released from your energy body, your mental body, your emotional body, and let yourself actually connect in and embrace the full life force inside of yourself, regardless of the things that you've been created to love. You've been given a certain psyche and a certain makeup in your energy body and in the things that you love and embrace. Everybody's got something different. We've all got a uniqueness to us, and we've all got an overlap, a place where we connect. Just let go of any of those places where you may be telling yourself or someone else may have told you that it's not okay to embrace those things. Let those go. Let those release from your physical body, from your energy body, from your emotional body, from your mental body, from your spiritual body. Just let those be released from your soul. And let this pure divine light just stream into you. And just let it light up, shine the light on and light up the place at the center of your heart that has that connection to that thing that you've been given, that gives you joy and fulfillment. As we're connecting with our loved ones here, as you meet them with your own sense of joy and fulfillment, let that quantum entanglement, like, as it lights you up, just like let yourself be present with them and let that light them up as well from wherever they may be. And I'll invite you for the purpose of this meditation. Sometimes I just kind of follow where the guidance takes me, but just to bring it back to the purpose of this meditation, let your heart of joy, your heart that knows joy and fulfillment and love, let that turn to the person, the elderly person or the child, because a lot of similarities there when we are caretakers of others, that how we caretake, how we love, the patience we have, the things that we engage in with them is the same at any age. Could be our significant others and people of our own age as well, our siblings. The part of you that knows and can feel joy, fulfillment, love, that vibrant life force energy, hold that in your heart. As you turn your heart to connect with the person in front of you, and let that love and that joy and that light, let it just beam from your heart to their heart. As you share the love and the joy and the fulfillment from your heart with them. And if there is a place where you have been in judgment of someone for the things that they have been able to do or not do, ask for your heart to be filled with compassion and ask to see with the eye of your heart, what is it that you can engage in with them, support them in, to be able to do what they can to feel the joy and the fulfillment that is still there for them. As with my father, when I moved in with him, he was not expected to, as his doctor said, this will probably be his last Christmas. And so, just know that and prepare. And that was 7 years ago, 6 Christmases ago. And I know by engaging in the things that keep his mind sharp, keep him engaged, keep him thinking, keep him feeling, keep him like celebrating, right? And even friendly competition, right? Competition. And this is the thing in the spiritual realm. A lot of times we'll say, oh, competition is bad. And, this is bad and that is bad. And we want to be all peace and all love and all joy. But when you can engage with someone and like with a friendly competition that just meets them at a place that can like engage their life force. It's not a competition like I'm going to dominate and like take you out by like I'm going to like win, and if not I'm going to we're not on a football field and there's no tackling going on or anything like that. I'm not going to hurt him in any way. And but just to like enough to engage and support each other in like bringing what we got to the table. And we do it playfully, and we do it, it's like you can do this with the people you care about, right? You can do it playfully, just in a way that, brings that engagement and brings that like competitive spirit, right? It's that life force, it's that spirit. And make a game of it, make it fun, and celebrate each other. Really, use it as a way to build them up and to help them to recognize that, what they do still have and what they can still do, and get them engaged in it and using it. And another story, we used to play cards, and my dad got to where he was saying, well, my hands, I can't deal the cards, deal them for me. So I said, okay, and I was dealing the cards. And my sister came over one time and she would play cards with us. And my sister that ended up moving in with us, she's playing cards with us, and she tells my dad, you can deal those cards. Don't make her deal those cards for you. You deal the cards. And so he took the cards and he started dealing. And it's been like, year and a half, he's been dealing his own cards. It's like, I don't know why he got it in his mind that he couldn't. And I just said, okay, and did it for him. When she said, no, you can do it. He just started doing it. And it's good because it keeps mobility and dexterity and also the thinking that goes along with it and the counting and everything. And so these are little things that we don't think or might not think to celebrate, but they're definitely worth celebrating, right? They're the little things worth celebrating, even to make sure that he's going to reach up and shut the blinds rather than doing it for him. That gives us stretch. It gives mobility. It's like balance, all of those little things. And those are things that, that again, we can celebrate because the body wants to know that it's capable. It wants to stay active. It wants to it's the little things that we take for granted that become the things that feel like a big success. So as we engage with our loved ones and we feel that love and that compassion and that sense of fulfillment with them, the engagement, that friendly competition, just imagine yourself again, heart to heart, and feel this flow, like moving between you, kind of like, if you kind of imagine as your heart to heart, like a figure eight, an infinity sign, right? Going like back and forth between you, and to let it be the uplifting spiral that builds as it like really spreads the joy and the love and the friendliness and that engagement. Like just let it continue to build you and build you and build you and build your loved one and build you and build your loved one and build you and build your loved one. Just moving back and forth and stimulating more and more of those cells to vibrate at this higher frequency until it's like it's spreading from your heart to your whole body and from their heart to their whole body and to the whole orbit around the two of you as you are engaged together. Your vibration is increasing and you're feeling more and more joy and connection and fulfillment, and just that, like, let it really be like medicine that feeds every cell of your body and feeds every cell of your body with what your body needs to heal itself, right? This is a part of the healing process, just as much as diving into the old traumas, giving your body this uplifted vibration and letting this uplifted vibration just like resonate and vibrate in every cell of your body. This is healing. This is healing to your physical body. It's healing to your emotional body, to your mental body, and it's uplifting, elevating for your soul. So let that just continue to just vibrate and vibrate and vibrate and intensify as it moves between you, as it moves out and then emanates to every cell of every fiber of your being and every cell and every fiber of their being and your entire orbit, that the connection between the two of you is vibrating at this high frequency of pure divine light, unconditional love, eternal compassion, joy, fulfillment, that uplifting engagement. This is the most important thing, regardless of what you're doing, that you do it with this sense of joy, fulfillment, and let this feed your body. Invite your cells to drink this in and let it be like an elixir of medicine that heals your cells and heals their cells and brings this vibrance, fulfillment, joy, clarity, and longevity to your body. To your body. And again, as you inhale, draw all of your energy into your vertical core and draw all of that light, love, compassion, joy, fulfillment. Draw that into your vertical core. As you exhale, drop down, land into your pelvic bowl, lean into your spine, let your whole being be radiating. And again, like as you're embodied at your core, dropped into your pelvic bowl, leaning into your spine, stay in your body, right? And trust the laws of physics and the quantum entanglement that it's moving between you and uplifting your entire orbit. You don't have to leave your body in order to make someone else's life happy, right? Stay in your body, be happy, and let the quantum entanglement move between you and spread the love and spread the joy, right? And build up the whole orbit of your quantum connection. Bismillah. Be and it is. Kun fayakun. Be and it is. Kun fayakun. Be and it is. All right. I hope you have found this helpful today. I know I had a little bit of a rocky start getting going this morning, but I appreciate you staying with me. I'm going to end the recording now, open for Q&A. You can take a minute and stretch out your toes and stretch out your feet, circle your ankles, feel your feet on the ground or on whatever is your surface beneath you. Same with stretching out your fingers, circling your wrists, stretching out your arms, circling your shoulders, getting your spine to moving if you'd like, and your head and your neck. And just feel your presence in your body. You can use your hands and squeeze down your arms, squeeze down the sides of your torso, down your legs and into your feet. Feel your presence in your body and let this joy and fulfillment continue to resonate through your whole body, letting your cells drink in that medicine. We're going to be opening for a Q&A. If you're watching on Facebook, there's a link there you can click to get to the website. It'll show you how to join us for a Q&A, either through the website or through the phone. If you're listening to the recording, you're invited to join us live on Sundays at 10 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. U.S. Pacific Time. You can find information for joining us live at communityforconsciousliving.com, communityforconsciousliving.com. While you're there, sign up to receive the reminders and the replays. And when you do, you get 2 free gifts. One is a one-sheet, just a reminder of who and what we are, why we're here. It's called the 10 Spiritual Principles of Our Human Existence, to help us to keep things in perspective, right? When we get too caught up in the things that are not necessarily the most important things in our lives. And it also has a 15-minute downloadable guided meditation that I hope you'll download and use as a part of your daily practice to help you to stay connected with that pure divine light, unconditional love, and eternal compassion that is the core of who you are. All right, and with that, I'm ending the recording and opening for Q&A. Thank you very much, and see you on the Q&A, or see you next week.